All good. Okay. So आज चाहिँ मैले डे टु हेर्न पाइनँ टेस्ट
Hmm.
क्रिकेटको म काममा
Hmm.
थिएँ तर मैले त्यो हाइलाइट्सहरू हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ 454मा प्याक भएको है 454
476,
oh
75, 475.
so can somebody ask Rohit Sharma that they are batting to chase the target or they are batting to get the follow on
I'm very disappointed by Rohit Sharma. Like, I was disappointed before, but this
series.
test, especially in this test, I was much more disappointed because I think they had in Australia yesterday.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
easy.
247 for
Mm.
5 or something, they had them, but he couldn't push on. र सबैले सोच्दै थियो कि आजको फर्स्ट आवरमा दे विल अट्याक
Mm.
डिडन्ट ह्यापन प्याट कमिन्स र स्टिभ स्मिथ त लगभग 60 नो 100 रन्सको
100,
पार्टनरसिप
100,
निकाल्थ्यो
100.
एन्ड द्याट क्रस देम राइट
Yep.
एन्ड आई वाज भेरी मच कन्सर्न विथ द ब्याटिङ अफ इन्डिया आई थिङ्क रोहित शर्मा बिङ अ क्याप्टेन डिड अ भेरी डर्टी जब इन त्यसमा
Oh yes,
उसले
oh,
आफूलाई प्रमोट गरेर ओपनिङ ब्याट्सम्यानलाई नम्बर 3मा झारिदिएर एन्ड दे ड्रप शुभमन गिल एन्ड he got out like 5 balls, scoring like 4 runs
three
or something.
3 runs. तर रोहित शर्मा आई थिङ्क आफ्टर दिस होल सिरिज
Hmm.
रिटायरमेन्ट लोडिङ नै होला तर द वे ही गट आउट द्याट वाज अ लुज बल कमेन्टेटरले पनि आफैले भन्दा थियो द्याट वाज हिज वान अफ हिज फेभरेट सट टु प्ले
Hmm.
तर आई डोन्ट थिङ्क द्याट वाज अ गुड सट टु बी प्लेड एट द्याट गुड लेन्थ बल द वे ही गट आउट मतलब
Hmm.
एकदम लुज सट थियो कि त्यो हामी हामी
Hmm.
गली क्रिकेटमा खेल्दाखेरि त्यो डराएर बल फेस गर्छ नि अनि
Hmm.
डराएर बल फेस गर्दाखेरि ब्याट मात्र अगाडि राख्छौ जिउ चाहिँ
Hmm.
डच गर्छौ नि त्यस्तै खालको बलमा चाहिँ ऊ आउट भएको थियो क्या
I think in white ball is still good, but I think age has actually caught up to him.
यप यप
Like he's now being considered as the worst Indian test captain. किनकि इन्डियाले न्युजिल्यान्डले पनि वाइट वास गरिदियो लाइक
उम्,
इट 12 इयर्स हो कि कति 24 वर्ष हो कि कतिमा दिइदियो गड वाइट वास द थिङ इज बिङ अ क्याप्टन यु निड टु सेक्रिफाइस सम थिङ्स
उम्।
एन्ड ही सेक्रिफाइस हिज प्लेयर्स एन्ड प्रमोटेड हिमसेल्फ होइन विच इज इन्ट्रेस्टिङ
आई थिङ्क
बट
रविचन्द्र अश्विनको त्यो त्यो उसको अभाव चाहिँ आई थिङ्क दे मिस्ड हिम अन द फर्स्ट इनिङ्स आई गेस
वाइ वुड यु लेट यर स्पिनर रिटायर लाइक ए मोस्ट एप्रिसिएटेड एन्ड
भ्यालुएबल
रेस्पेक्टेबल भ्यालुएबल स्पिनर टु रिटायर जब ऊ दुईजना स्पिनरले खेल्न द्याट मेक्स नो सेन्स द्याट थिङ्स
वेल
डिडन्ट मेक
वेल
सेन्स
डिड यु सी हाउ जयसवाल गट आउट
Yeah, I actually saw all of it. I'm on bed rest this week, so
ओह
I am very concentrated on
फोकस्ड
these 4 days. So I I don't know what yeah, you saw the Jaiswal run out, right?
या
Okay, there's a big conversation going on. Whose fault was it?
So as a batsman, uh, it's between the batsman and runner. When you go on a pitch, you
Hmm.
say, okay, you hit, I call, or I
Hmm.
hit, you call, or I hit, I call.
Hmm.
You know? So there is that understanding between two batsmen in the pitch.
Hmm.
According to me, I think Virat Kohli is on fault. किनभने
Hmm.
Jaiswal played that ball, and if you
Hmm.
look the way the ball was going to the fielder,
Hmm.
उसले हान्न बित्तिकै ऊ आधा पिच भन्दा अगाडि आइसकेको छ क्या
Yeah.
सो द थ्रेट वाज डाइरेक्ट हिट हो नि त थ्रेट भनेको त
Hmm.
र त्यो के भन्छ नेथन लायन थियो यतापट्टिको फिल्डर
Not sure.
सो
I can't
अस्ट्रेलियन
remember.
फिल्ड त्यो फिल्डरले चाहिँ बल टिपेर डाइरेक्ट हिट गर्न सक्ने भनेको चाहिँ बलर एन्डमा हो
Hmm.
त
Yes.
बलर एन्ड वुड हेभ बिन कभर्ड बाई जेसवाल क्या बिकज हि वाज
Hmm.
अलरेडी हाफ
Hmm.
अफ द पिच कभर्ड
Hmm.
ती इन अ मिन टाइम कोहली सुड नट बी वाचिङ
The ball.
द बल
Yeah.
हि सुड बी
Yeah.
वाचिङ द कल
Hmm.
होइन कल वाच गरेर किन इफ ही ह्याड टर्न हिज हेड टुवर्ड्स द ब्याट्सम्यान he
He
would
would
have
have done.
seen Jaiswal coming half of the pitch and he would have made his
Run.
run. That would be
Hmm.
smooth one अनि good running between the wickets. तर
Hmm.
मिस्टेक कहाँनिर भयो भने till the end of the moment, till the
Hmm.
end पनि विराट kept on looking the ball
Yeah.
instead of जयसवाल जयसवालको पनि उति नै फरक छ सो
Hmm.
देयर्स यहाँनिर चाहिँ यो सिनियोरिटी र यो
Junior.
जुनियरिटीको कुरा चाहिँ यहाँनिर आउँछ जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई.
Hmm.
जयसवाल बिङ अ जुनियर कुड हेभ सेड रन भनेर त्यो कराउनु त पर्थ्यो नि त.
Hmm.
तर हाउ क्या हाम्रो हाम्रो कल्चरले नै दिँदैन नि त त्यो टु टु
Hmm.
टु साउट इट आउट.
Hmm.
अनि एन्ड द्याट्स हाउ दे मेस्ड थिङ्स अप. किनभने इजी 100 पार्टनरसिप बनिसकेको थियो.
Hmm.
इजी आई थट दे वुड हेभ लाइक ऱ्याप्ड इट अप.
I I thought they would have gone. I thought even Jaiswal was very much disappointed when I think
वेल या.
when he was going out, he said that it was my call, and I think it was more के भन्छ for demeaning for a little bit के भन्छ for Virat because he was batting very concentratively. He was using his full concentration
Well, there's
and
90,000 people behind you booing you whenever you are in a crease.
and he was batting pretty good because he was not hitting that fifth ball line.
Cover.
And as soon as that decision went,
He lost
he
it.
he
He
himself
lost
lost
it.
it,
Yeah,
and
he
that
lost it.
was just
If you
remarkable.
see even Pat Cummins, Scott, Mitchell
Boland.
Stark, Boland होइन सबैजनाले चाहिँ फिफ्थ विकेट नै ताकिरहेको थियो क्या. फिफ्थ विकेट दे वर टेम्पटिङ हिम टु प्ले द्याट कभर सट, विराट कोहली कभर सट. तर ही वाज सो काम एन्ड सो कम्पोज. He was not playing that. He was not doing that silly mistake that he did in past all innings. तर that one moment, it took that one moment के, to to scrabble it all. Um, and he got out in the same manner that
Yeah.
he has been getting out.
And I didn't like Akashdeep coming in as the night watchman with
Night
20
watchman.
minutes to go. Like that made no sense to me. किनकि एउटा त इन्डिया had इन्डियाले सुमन गिललाई ड्रप गरेर they wanted to extend that batting line होइन.
Yep.
And instead of that they sent the night watchman. Like it didn't make sense. But I do wonder, Virat is
Mhm.
considered one of the best batsmen of this time, and
Yep. Yep.
why can't he let that fifth ball go, fifth some stump ball go? What happened?
Oh, well, it's a ओपन सिक्रेट भने जस्तो भइसक्यो क्या अब विराटको केसमा
Hmm.
चाहिँ होइन.
Hmm.
किनभने कमेन्टेटरहरूले टाइम एन्ड अगेन दे वर पोइन्टिङ एट द्याट के. दिस इज
Even
लाइक
he knows it. Yeah?
this is going on, this is going on, they are tempting it.
Hmm.
It's it's on an open floor. I don't know who is the batting coach of Indian cricket team,
Abhishek Nair.
but there is a huge need for Virat to work on it.
But it is. What are you going to teach Virat Kohli?
Well, well,
He's 36.
त्यही भने मैले त्यही कुरा क्या अब लुपमै जान्छ कि यो कुरा. अब इफ हि डज नट वर्क अन इट, इफ हि डज नट वान्ट सम वान टु टिच हिम, हि सुड नो हाउ टु प्ले इट. देन इफ द्याट सबै ब्याट्सम्यानको विकनेस हुन्छ, सबै ब्याट्सम्यानको विकनेस हुन्छ होइन. तर दे ट्राई टु प्ले अन इट, मतलब दे ट्राई टु
Work on it.
मेक लेस मिस्टेक, वर्क अन इट. तर द वे विराट कोहली इज गेटिङ आउट, it seems like he has not done any homework on his side. Or is it
Just
net
reflex.
net bowling netsमा bowling गर्ने मान्छे नभएर हो कि?
I have this. अहिले चाहिँ I'm very. अहिले त I don't think they don't use machines at all, bowling machines. They
No.
don't use.
Yep.
They use this throwing
Human.
and no human पनि होइन कि they use the sticks and the spray throw it and right.
Mhm.
I think there is a big difference when using those sticks and using an actual bowler to keep on bowling that line.
Mhm.
I don't think they use that net bowlers too much. Even they use it, they don't use for too long. And you can see that whole this test, you know, Virat has been practicing a lot
Mhm.
in comparison to the last few series, but still it's not working.
I don't
I
know.
think just intuition, yeah, भनौँ या के भन्छ एउटा के भन्छ muscle memory. Like he is good at cover drive.
Mhm.
Now he is not. Maybe he's got little bit too old, so his reflexes are a little bit slower than what it used to be.
I think another thing that should be pointed out in this conversation is Virat. I don't know. मैले यो आजको पनि भिडियो हेरेको थिएँ. So you know how Virat gets out, he gets frustrated, he comes in. So the camera is chasing him, a whole 90,000 stadium
Mm.
is booing him when he's going out.
Mm.
He goes into this tunnel.
Yeah.
अनि त्यसपछि ड्रेसिङ रुमतिर जान्छ. So while going on a tunnel, you know how
Yeah. Yeah.
Australian the MCG is designed. So he has to pass through
The barricade of
the core
viewers watching.
Aussie, the core
Mm.
Aussie banter.
Mm-hmm.
अनि सो त्यसमा अब ब्यान्टर भयो बु बु भन्यो. Somebody Hindi, somebody English, somebody in Aussie used the
Mm-hmm.
slang in Hindi. And then he was already in the tunnel. He came back and then he started staring at this Aussie guy. And that's when I was like, no, as an experienced player,
Mm.
let it go.
You
You
know,
are
something
out.
I have noticed this time Virat was always aggressive. Like,
Mm,
you know, his
mm,
captaincy was, I think, one of the best Indian Test captaincy
because of his
it has ever
aggression.
been. You know, he was there. But nowadays, I feel, especially in this series, he seems to be a little bit more frustrated than he used to be.
Well,
Maybe because the
mm,
runs are also not coming.
not
I
coming.
think he's very upset with that captaincy right now because nothing is happening, and Bumrah is just bowling and bowling and bowling and bowling, and he
That
just looks tired.
that
And
guy is tired. That guy is worn. I think
yeah,
in second inning they should find an alternative on of Bumrah. किनभने यस्तै चलिरह्यो भने Bumrah will be smashing left. Even Mitchell Stark was hitting six on to him.
yeah,
So so I think by the time he enters SCG,
yeah.
there's a big concern.
I think another concern also what I felt, especially regarding this game, Virat has grown too big for the game right now.
Hmm.
किनकि nobody can criticize him anymore because if you criticize him, everybody will come for you in Twitter and everything. And that has also created this aura कि if he does something, he gets like the maximum amount of focus. So
Hmm.
if he does something bad, it gets highlighted bigger than anything, and he's doing so much bad things regarding his batting. And अर्को चाहिँ which I didn't like this series at all was there was no focus on Steve Smith.
Yes.
And Steve Smith is the best test batsman.
Yep.
Like he's average 56.
Yep.
56 as a test batsman. Do you know the Fab Four? You know the big Fab Four that's
Hmm.
working on, right?
Hmm.
So it's Steve Smith, Kane Williamson, Root, and Virat.
Hmm.
He has the highest average of them all, and nobody talked about him. People thought that he was finished,
Yep.
and all the Indian concerns were on Travis Head.
Travis said.
And in comes the man himself, and he scores like in innings, 3 innings, he scores 200s, and that's it.
Yep. I think it is very unlucky for him to get out the way he
Steve Smith.
got out manner. I think, yeah, it was very unlucky. तर coming back to Viratको कुरा, so Virat is, I think, he is frustrated basically.
Yes, highly
He's
frustrated.
mentally frustrated. किनभने भन्छ भने as soon as he landed in Melbourne, he has this back
Yeah,
and forth with the journalist.
journalists.
Then there was another controversy with the journalist when they did not send English speaking player
Mm,
in the press conference. That was agitated. That agitated the Australian media and they began writing speaking
mm,
against Virat Kohli. They even called him bully.
mm,
Bully भनेर बोलाउन थाल्यो. त्यसपछि this Sammy guy, the shoulder to the Sammy guy, um, made it all burst. Okay? So
mm,
Australian crowd never booed him before this test match.
mm,
They appreciated it. Even Brisbane, I was there when he came into bat.
mm,
Um, the whole ground applauded
mm,
when he
mm,
came into bat.
mm,
But as soon as he went to MCG, um, things changed. Now there is a bigger fear. He has got मैले अघि नै पनि भनेको थिएँ, I don't want to be in Virat Kohli's shoes right at the moment.
mm.
किनभने one, you have to perform.
Yes.
Two, you are in such a pressure. Even your Indian ex players are
Are criticized.
criticizing you, and you
Yeah.
have to prove them wrong. And that's only possible by batting well, score runs.
I think there's also a big factor that the captain is not working at all. like the captainship has been so bad right now.
Yep.
I think there is a frustration growing on that also. Like if you see there is they don't use sleep cordon, right? They don't
Mm.
use short legs. They
Mm.
open up the field for like seventh and eighth batsmen.
Batsman. Mm. And they smash it.
So and they smash it. And if you look at the what is happening with the batting order, I think there is so many things going on with that lineup. And I
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
where is Gautam Gambhir. I have not seen him except one time when we were celebrating that follow on. I don't
yeah.
know. I expected so much from Gautam, and it's not happening right now.
Well, that's the question that I would ask. Are you trying to? It seems like that they will be trying to avoid follow on again.
Hmm.
किनभने 150 छ, they are still trailing by 350. So you still have like 150 to
100,
be made,
110.
110 to be made with 5 wickets in hand,
Hmm.
which is not impossible. But the way the game is turning out to be is त्यही फेरि त्यो टेल एन्डर्सहरूले सम्हाल्छ भन्ने चाहिँ आश हो. अनि
Hmm.
द वे रोहित शर्मा presented himself in the press conference after that Brisbane test, he was like, "Oh, we won this game because we avoided the follow-on." And I was like, "No, you did
You
not.
didn't want.
I know you
Yes.
did not, because there was no result. होइन.
Yeah.
र यदि टेक्निकल्ली हेर्ने हो भने, if second innings, the way Australian cricketers batted the second innings is just
Hmm.
because they wanted to end
Win
that
that.
inning
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
let India come out for batting, or else 300 runs on the score कसैले पनि चाहँदैन क्या.
Yeah, especially I was very surprised by Indian players celebrating that follow on, especially because they
Exactly.
didn't got that they didn't win,
Mm.
and they were massively helped by the rain.
Rain. Yep.
Otherwise, in Australia would not have batted like that in second
Yep.
innings.
Yep.
यदि यो पानीको त्यो कि डर थिएन भने they were the ones who were trying to win.
Mm. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think their plan is just let Bumrah had the ball
Mm.
and let him figure it out. There is no place plan. Look at this Mohammad Siraj, what's happening to him?
मोहम्मद सिराजको एउटा ट्रोल देखेको थिएँ. प्लिज गिभ अ राउन्ड अफ अप्लोज फर मोहम्मद सिराज 100 भनेर. म त ल 100 भन्यो त होइन, 100 रन स्कोर गरेर विदाउट विकेट रहेछ.
Like I'm not a big fan of Mohammad Siraj, you know,
नट मी एज
but the
वेल.
guy is bowling so much. Okay? Like he's just bowling without any plan. There is no plan.
I think there will be a moment where Kohli will come with the ball and say, "Bench on me bowling करूँगा."
I think it will be high time because I think you can see that Bumrah has gotten very much tired, especially after that
He
circumstance.
मैले हिजो हेरेको थिएँ.
Hmm.
So he has this massive उसको जुत्ताको टोनेल्सहरूमा चाहिँ त्यो जुत्ता नै काटेको छ क्या, काटेर
Mm-hmm.
टोनेल्सलाई बाहिर निकालेको छ क्या. अनि हि इज ह्याभिङ अ लट अफ स्ट्रगल्स विथ हिज लेग्स.
Yeah, he was cramping.
It's so obvious किनभने Brisbane, he played on Brisbane last week. He
Hmm.
has been traveling from Brisbane to Melbourne, back to nets, practice, practice, practice.
Hmm.
He bowled like whole day. Hizo.
Hmm.
He would be frustrated to come out and bowl for half a day as a before lunch. Uh,
But
wicket
he's
आइरहेछ, wicket आइरहेछ,
hmm.
तर
Not affected.
the guy is tired as fuck.
And also like last wicket Zairaza and they need Bumrah for that. It's like oh, that is such a like what was the planning there? Like
That
why do you have like two spinners who would and it is ready? It's just why don't you just get a fourth pacer? Okay?
I think it was so
Go for
funny
it.
to watch it, that last wicket. Even
Hmm.
Mohammad Siraj tried it.
Hmm.
The other
Akashdeep's
guy,
come.
Akashdeep,
Hmm.
tried it. Every time they reviewed it. अनि
Hmm.
त्यसपछि त्यो अम्पायरले डिसिजन चेन्ज गर्नु पर्थ्यो. It was so hard. It was funny as well, though. But well, like you said, it took them Bumrah to end the innings. One thing that I liked about Bumrah was the way he got Travis Head out. I was like, bang on, that's money for me.
Hmm.
I know.
I
So,
yeah. I thought the for today I thought
Pat
Pat Cummins
Cummins,
bowled
Pat
the ball of
Cummins,
the
yeah,
series.
KL
For
Rahul.
KL Rahul, that was unplayable. Like KL Rahul was looking very good, by the way. I think he is
Form.
India's
Mm.
best batsman in
Hmm.
this series. And I don't know why didn't they bring Chetasar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane? Still a
Mm-hmm.
mystery to everybody. Like they needed him for at least this test.
Mm-hmm.
They could have thought about it maybe next year. के गर्न सकिन्छ. They didn't. They decided not to bring him. They decided to bring Subman Gill after injury and then drop him. Who is the most के भन्नु, unlucky batsman in all of this
Who?
is the guy named Abhimanyu Ishwaran. So Abhimanyu Ishwaran was picked for the opening slot for
Mm-hmm.
that first match. They
Okay.
because Rohit was not playing,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but he got dropped in the first match
Oh.
because they opted for KL Rahul to open, and everybody was like, "So why did you bring this guy? What was the point of bringing this guy who has not debuted yet?
Mm-hmm.
You bring him in, you don't even give him a match, and you send him home. What was the point in anything?
Yeah.
I'm very
Some
yeah yeah
talking about the debut, स्यामको बारेमा स्यामीको बारेमा चाहिँ मैले इन्स्टाग्राम हेरेको थिएँ कि उसको. सो
yeah
आई थिङ्क दिस इज नट हिज फर्स्ट टाइम प्लेइङ विथ इन्डिया. आई थिङ्क हि प्लेड विथ इन्डिया इन लास्ट नोभेम्बर एज वेल, तर
okay.
फ्रम प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स 11.
Yeah, this in 11. I think that's where he got recognized because he was scored like a century.
या.
So that's where he got recognized, and they decided to bring him. But close to him, he's doing a lot of things. I think he will be there for the next test and maybe
होपफुली.
for the SS as well. I think so because there's nobody coming in.
यप आई थिङ्क मैले त्यो उसको र रिकी पन्टिङको कुराको बारेमा
Hmm.
कन्भर्सेसन पढेको थिएँ कि. सो रिकी पन्टिङले चाहिँ उसलाई सोद्धाखेरि चाहिँ रिकी पन्टिङलाई हि केप्ट अन आस्किङ रे के गर्दैछस्
Hmm.
भनेर. अनि रिकी
Hmm.
पन्टिङ वाज लाइक ओके, अब यो टेस्ट सकिसकेपछि चाहिँ आई थिङ्क यदि अस्ट्रेलिया क्वालिफाई भयो भने आई वुड गो टु ए लर्ड्स टु डु कमेन्ट्री अन त्यो गेम भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ ओके आल सी यु देयर भनेर भने रे. अनि त्यसपछि हि सेड, अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ के गर्दैछस् भनेर भनेर. अनि त्यसपछि एसएसको लागि प्रिपेयर गर्दैछु भनेर भनेर. अनि त्यसपछि फेरि हि सेड ओके आल बी प्लेइङ एसएस एज वेल, सो आल सी यु देयर भनेर. द
Most
कन्फिडेन्स
pro-
अन द्याट गाई.
most probably is. But I need to ask you one thing. I don't hate many things, but one guy has made me to hate him so much that I can't bear him at all. And the guy's name is Mitchell Mars.
ओ
Like, what does that guy do to be in this team?
पाइसन, हि ह्याड अ
Did you,
वन्डरफुल क्याच.
that catch doesn't justify his place. Did you see how he got out yesterday? Like,
What
like
was?
for he, like Travis had just got out, right? He was facing Bumrah, and it was like 11th ball he was facing, and he tried to hit Bumrah for six, and he got out.
Out caught, yeah, that's stupidity.
What is the point of that? Pat Cummins comes in and makes 100 run partnership. What is the point of Mitchell Marks? Like he's the Rohit Sharma of this
Rohit
team.
Sharma.
At least Rohit is the captain, but what merit does he carry? Like why is he in the team? Like, it's just crazy what happened. What is happening with that guy? And he's not going to get dropped for
Well,
that
there are
final
certain
the test
players
also.
in Australian team as well whose existence should be questioned जस्तो लाग्यो क्या मलाई चाहिँ.
Of course, there's a lot of players.
तर looking at your first innings of fourth test,
Hmm.
everyone, even Usman Khwaja,
Hmm.
batted well, double figures, 40s 30s तिर लगेर landed safely.
I think Usman Khwaja benefited from Sam Conscious
Yeah.
yesterday. I think because Sam Conscious was facing Bumrah all the time,
Mm.
and when he got out, Usman Khwaja had to face Bumrah, and he got out.
Mm.
That's how it works. I think he benefited highly from that. Given Sam Constance
Could
flurry
be.
on.
Could be.
Mm.
Well, what do you think? Will it go to day 5?
I think so. It looks like it's already day 3.
My prediction is half a day tomorrow India bats.
Yeah, yeah.
They will avoid follow on.
Yes.
Certain point मा गएर they will get bowled out half a day before
Yeah.
after lunch. They will get bowled out.
Mm.
Australia will come and bat. If they bat well, they will set a target of 400. I
Let's.
think.
If India wants to survive, they need to get up to 350, 300,
Mm.
350 somehow, and hope that Jasprit Bumrah does again the thing he does. and gets them out in between like 100, 120 runs.
Oh, so today
That's
is
the
day two, and the
yeah,
if India bats whole half a day tomorrow,
yeah,
Australia has to bat one and a
one and a
half
half
day
day. Yeah, one and a half day
easily, one and a
easily.
half day. Then it will lead on to fifth day. Then they
Hmm.
can invite the tourists to come and bat.
I think maybe last session of day four, they
Mm.
will invite them to bat, and from there they'll carry on. I think so. That's
And
the
if they
only.
invite them to bat, I think the best way would be to get them out as soon as possible,
They will try it.
or else it will be draw game
I think
again.
India heavily depends upon Jaiswal and Bumrah for the if they really want to draw this game.
Hmm.
Otherwise, and Australia isn't bowling well this test match.
Well,
They are
they have what you call Hazelwood. Hazelwood
is
is
injured.
injured.
Yeah.
That's one down because Hazelwood can swing the ball. I've seen that guy swinging the
Mm.
ball.
Mm.
Him, Pat Cummins, or him and Mitchell Stark
Mm.
spell is very 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 lethal.
Mm.
त्यो हुन सक्थ्यो तर त्यो भइरहेको त्यो हुन सकेन. हेजलवुड इज ड्रप नाउ.
But Scott Boland is doing good job. He got
Yes,
2 wickets.
yes. I think he's from Melbourne, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why he was cheered all the time. I think he
I think
was the one who
India
got out.
India got a little bit lucky that lucky one, okay? They played well, one, no?
Mm.
That Mitchell Stark hasn't got even 1 wicket right now. Like
Oh,
that
oh.
is very interesting. Otherwise, Mitchell Stark would have gotten some wickets very
Mm.
early on. He hasn't. Maybe tomorrow morning, Mitchell Stark will get that ball and fire up. Maybe.
तर हिजो एउटा कुरा इन्सिडेन्ट इफ यु मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो कस्तो लागेको इन्सिडेन्ट भनेको चाहिँ वाइ डिड दे चेन्ज बल थ्री टाइम्स.
3 times, did they?
Yeah, three times they changed the ball. Three new balls were used yesterday.
That can't be true.
हो रे.
Because they only used like first ball is given at the for start one, and
Mhm,
second ball was given at the 80th after 80th over, but India decided not to take it for 1 over, and
mhm,
Bumrah came and take the new ball. I don't think there was a new ball. You know what was very interesting one, okay, which I didn't like.
mhm,
Sam Constance scores the run, goes
mhm,
into drinks,
mhm.
and he gets interviewed.
Oh yes, he gets interviewed.
He gets
Mhm.
interviewed, comes back after a few over, he's gone.
Oh yes. Oh.
Manus Lavishan scores around 70.
Mhm.
He goes for drinks. He gets interviewed. And he comes back, next ball is out. Like, when did this started? When did they started interviewing players in drinks time?
I've seen them त्यो mic'd up
Yeah,
during the
yeah.
fielding होइन.
Mm.
तर I think it's really unnecessary to do that.
Yeah.
मतलब it takes all the focus out from. I think um, the officials should intervene. मतलब not the match officials, but the team officials should intervene on them. They can say no to the interview. That's all good. होइन. तर
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not good on field. They are just using the technology of that flying fox.
Mm.
So they have upgraded the technology.
Mm.
If you have
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
that Spidey
I
cam,
like those things in T20s because it's like
fast
it's like
forward.
a little fast
Mm.
bowler for the but at a very important match, you go in the drinks break. Like they have battled for like 15, 16 overs, and then they are giving interview. I'm like, what is this going on? I don't understand that. Okay?
Well, I would end this conversation with one note.
Mm,
So, uh, यो whole Virat Kohli and Sammy stuff मा चाहिँ everyone said Virat is wrong. Even
mm,
ICC have penalized him 20% of his match fee and one demerit point, whereas people were expecting a lot, even a ban. But I would like to listen to Mr. Harbhajan Singh. He has been justifying Mohammad Siraj and Travis Head
mm.
को जुन केस थियो त्यसमा चाहिँ he said Mohammad Siraj was absolutely right. He even called Mohammad Siraj for an interview and said पूरी भारत आपके साथ है types कुरा. On this whole note, Virat and yo Sammy ko kurama चाहिँ I want to know where is his stands on.
I think even Virat has apologized to the match referee. He has taken that he was at his fault. But
He's very
you know,
he's very lucky that he did not get a match banned.
and was he lucky? He was never going to get dropped.
Well, he was, let's say he was lucky.
I I didn't think there was even a 1% chance of him getting dropped.
Well, let's say he was lucky then. Let's leave it there. He was
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah. You do know who Jaisa is?
Let's leave it there. He was lucky. Let's just leave it there. I know all these Australian players will have to come back to India to
And
play their
play
second
IPL.
home. Their
Have
second
you
home.
have you seen that okay, that ABC did that interview with the players and they asked what do you think of BCCI
Oh,
boss Steve Smith
boss. Yeah,
boss
boss.
boss and ICC like
It's
yeah
it's it's so it's so evident क्या मतलब
David, yes.
आइसिसी चलेको नै बिसिसिआईको रेभिन्यूले हो होइन
Yeah,
दे पे
that
हिप्स
can't
अफ
be
मनी
that can't be
अनि
denied.
imagine ICC going over and saying okay Virat we are dropping you for a match because of the conduct that you created on the scene. BCCI would go crazy. They would appeal.
Mm,
BCCI would appeal,
mm.
and second they will threaten.
And also the match people come to watch Virat. There is
Hmm.
a huge percentage that come to watch Virat. So if he gets dropped for SCG,
Hmm.
there will be like a demand
Cancellation.
cancellations and everything. Okay, before we go, final question:
Mhm.
is it good if the players are now bigger than the game itself?
Well, यो चाहिँ अहिलेको question हो because we have
Yes.
seen Tendulkar play and he
Hmm.
was never bigger than the game.
Hmm.
We have seen Brian Lara play. He was never
Hmm.
bigger than the game.
Hmm.
We have seen Shane Warne play. He
Hmm.
was never bigger than the game. Muthaiya Muralidharan, you name it.
Hmm.
Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting, I know.
Hmm.
Even aggressive भन्दा aggressive, Wasim Akram,
Yeah.
Shoaib Akhtar,
Okay.
होइन एग्रेसिभ भन्दा एग्रेसिभ प्लेयर्सहरू हाई क्लास हन्ड्रेड्स रन्स हन्ड्रेड्स विकेट्स लिने प्लेयरहरू पनि दे हेभ प्लेड एन्ड दे वर नेभर बिगर देन द गेम.
Hmm.
It is now that we are discussing that a player being bigger than the game, and that's like, I mean, like, a game is always bigger than the player
Hmm.
because the game exists. That is why your existence is there.
Hmm.
And if you go on that reverse psychology,
Hmm.
you would be nothing but narcissist or egoist.
But I don't think it's his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault, but the way he takes it in, that depends.
Mm. But I think it is a high time to recognize that, especially if you see the IPL scenario, players are bigger than the game. Like for MS Dhoni, they changed the whole rule to make him eligible for the team. So which is bad. I think
I think
many
that's
things are
one
being.
aspect of commercializing पनि होला नि त. One
Yes, yes,
aspect of commercializing.
of course. Maybe that is the
Among
another
many.
thing.
Yeah.
I think because of social media also, like they have been given this stature कि अब चाहिँ now they are untouchable.
Mhm.
Like if you criticize them, you are going to get hated, and it's not a good thing to do.
Or even not picked in IPL.
Oh my. Imagine if Virat or Rohit gets dropped,
Yeah. Mhm.
it will create a chaos, so
Chaos. Yeah.
nobody wants that. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Well, let's see. I hope it's gonna be 3 more days of good cricket.
Mhm.
Good cricket. That's what I hope.